Welcome back to the Adeptus Tactica. Today we've got a huge shake-up in the world of Warhammer 40K. The strongest Orc detachment in the game just got hit with a surprise nerf. And at the same time we've got new lore, models, and a twisted spotlight on one of the most iconic Primarchs of all, Fulgrim. Let's dive into everything you need to know from today's update. Let's begin with how More Dakka has been nerfed. The Orks' More Dakka detachment has dominated the meta since launch. Infantry and walkers getting sustained hits 2 on all their guns. Yeah, that was basically doubling their shooting damage with volume alone. Tank busters and looters were obliterating everything from Terminators to whole tank squads with just one round of Dakka. And the get stuck in lads strat? It gave a war turn on demand for just 1 CP. Advance, charge, shoot on the move, 5 plus invuln. That strat alone was basically an entire army-wide buff menu crammed into one button, but all of that has now changed. But what has changed exactly? Here are the 3 big nerfs that just hit More Dakka. 1. Detachment rule. Massively nerfed. Gone is the constant sustained hits. 2. Now, the passive bonus is just assault on your infantry and walker guns. You only gain sustained hits 1 during the war turn. That's a huge step down. We're talking a 50% reduction in potential extra hits. And only for 1 turn. 2. Get stuck in lads. Stratagem, nerfed and Gretchen blocked. This used to be 1 CP, now it costs 2 CP, more in line with how powerful it actually is. And it now explicitly excludes Gretchen, so no more Zodgrods scouting a super blob of Gretchen into your opponent's face on turn 1. That trick is gone. 3. Long, uncontrolled bursts, harder to use, less power. Before, nominate a target, and your entire army gets ignore cover against them. Now, only 1 unit benefits. Still useful, especially for a key tank buster or looter unit, but much more focused. And with that, how bad is it? And is More Dakka still playable? This is a serious nerf. Before, the detachment could delete enemy armies with just 1 good shooting phase. Now, the detachment leans more on mobility and tempo, with only a single turn of heavy shooting impact. You still get strong stratagems, you still get 1 kill a turn with WAR, but it's no longer a top table menace without effort. It's gone from S tier to something more mid-tier and matchup dependent, and maybe that's a good thing for game balance. It was warping tournament results so hard that events were outright banning the detachment until something like this dropped. And so, what happens next? With Orks no longer turbo shooting every turn, expect a few things. Warhorde and Tactical Brigade will likely regain their popularity. Eldar and Inari may now become the top dog in competitive. Knights, Chaos Demons and Necrons all benefit from the drop in sheer Orc firepower. We'll be watching to see what the next dominant army becomes. Moving on, the Perfect Sun is revealed. After all, that's not all Games Workshop dropped today. Alongside the balance update came another huge reveal, Fulgrim, the Perfect Sun, a brand new novel diving deep into the return of the Daemon Primarch of the Emperor's Children. And if you thought Angron's comeback was chaotic, Fulgrim's is tragic, beautiful and horrifying all at once. So, what's the book about? With no spoilers. Written by Jude Reid, Fulgrim the Perfect Sun takes us into the decadent heart of Slaanesh's chosen legion. The Emperor's children are broken, scattered into rival war bands, each chasing their own twisted visions of perfection. And then, Fulgrim returns, not just a whisper in the warp, but fully present, with an agenda, a challenge, and a plan. He doesn't want chaos, he wants a legion, but nothing with Fulgrim is ever as simple as it seems. Some of you may be wondering, why does this book matter? This novel is set in the 41st Millennium. That means this isn't a heresy-era tale, it's Fulgrim now, as he walks the galaxy once again, reshaping his sons. We're promised duels of philosophy and blades, a Black Templar's champion defending a doomed world, a fractured legion trying to find unity again under a monstrous, ambitious Primarch, and, of course, a final twist that pulls back the curtain on Fulgrim's true plan. So what has the author revealed? Well, Jude Reid says Fulgrim is a character driven by endless ambition, but never satisfaction. Every victory turns hollow the moment he achieves it. He's always chasing the next challenge, the next display of superiority. And yet underneath it all, he's still the son that wants to prove himself to a father that's long since moved on. That's why Fulgrim is such a compelling villain. He's not chaos for chaos's sake. He's tragedy turned monstrous, and that makes his return feel so much bigger than just another Daemon Primarch. So, let's recap. The More Dakka Detachment has been heavily nerfed. Constant bonus damage is gone. Buffs are restricted and pricier. One-unit stratagems now have tighter limits. This makes Orks more reasonable, and probably better balanced for the game overall. And on the narrative side, Fulgrim's return is official, both in the model range and in lore. His novel explores the tragedy of ambition unfulfilled, and it repositions the Emperor's children for major events in the galaxy. So, what do you think? Are Orks still worth playing and competitive after this change? Will you be switching detachments, or trying to make More Dakka work with new strategies? And are you picking up Fulgrim, the perfect son, this weekend? Is this the Chaos Primarch return you've been waiting for? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more weekly Warhammer 40K updates, tactics, and lore. Until next time, keep rolling dice, keep spilling blood, and never settle for less than perfection. If you're looking to get more insider knowledge from the Adeptus Tactica, then consider subscribing to the chapter. Good day, and may the Emperor protect.